Amy, I've sent you a request. Ah, yes, let's do that. Here we go. We're connecting. We're connecting.
Hello!
May, how are ya?
I'm good, how are you?
Oh, good. How's life treating ya?
Oh, it's fabulous. How's your life going?
Yeah, how's your Olivier party? Look gorgeous. Was that dressed for something before, or did you just have that knocking around?
No, I just, have that lying around the house.
Of course you
When I
did,
want
just
to
to do the
get dressed
cleaning.
up. Yeah, to do the cleaning, to, feed the dogs, that sort of thing.
To take the trash out, yeah, all
Yeah,
good.
take recycling out,
Yeah. How's that? Thanks for doing this. I really
You are
appreciate
welcome.
it. I wanted to do it because I think a lot of people don't understand how difficult it is being a lead. But like on a serious note, like kind of like, because it's not like, okay, it's great what we see every night. We see you come out, be amazing, take the final bow, but there's more to it, right? So that's what I think tonight is. Yes, Amy's not going to be a full tonight. But yeah, so I just kind of want to quiz you about...
Quiz
away.
away.
We're going to start at like the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, so Amy's one of these really annoying people that like kind of didn't train. She just is talented. Okay, so like people train for years, and Amy's like, oh yeah, like I went to college for like a term, if that, but then I got a part in the show, so I left. Okay, so this is Aimie for you. Okay, just saying. So you won a singing competition. You won the musical theatre competition.
Yeah.
You went to college, and you were like amazing, but then you got a job. So then you were like, I'm off.
Yeah.
Right. So you did the job. And then, am I right in thinking the same producer then was like, oh, Aimie, want to do In the Heights?
Oh, well, no. So my job that took me out of college, and the thing is, I actually did want to stay at college. So I was at Arts Educational, which is an amazing school.
Yeah.
And whenever anyone asks me about, where should I train, or, I'll always, they're on the top of my list, because I just think they, all round kind of, everyone comes out of them doing a bit of everything, and I just think that's fab. But when I was there, I didn't have a scholarship for the school, and I was really, really finding it difficult financially. So when I did do the singing competition, and I then got a job out of that singing competition,
I see.
For me, I didn't want to leave Arts Ed, but I didn't really have much of a choice because I couldn't really afford it at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why I left. But yeah, sorry, what was your question, Phil?
So like you left Arts Ed.
Yeah.
Got a job.
Got a job.
Like you do.
Like you do.
What was that?
That was Zorro.
Okay. And then after Zorro.
Oh yeah, producer.
Am I right?
No, but I was talking actually with Gribby earlier. So I did a fringe show, and it's one of the only fringe shows I've done. And we were talking earlier, and we were saying, God, like, how do people afford to do fringe shows? Because I think I did 3 months on this show. It's called Steel Pier.
All right, yeah.
And I earned £0. But to this day, it's one of the best experiences and the best things I've ever done. I just had the best time. The part was great. I really got to be creative. And it was Paul Taylor Mills. So it was before Paul really kind of blew up and won all the Oliviers and everything. So we became really good friends. And then when In the Heights came here, that's how I got involved with that.
And was In the Heights literally like, hi Amy, do you want to do In the Heights? Yeah. Or was it like, you've got to come in and you've got to audition, and you were like, yeah, all right.
It was a bit of both. I got the call. And Paul really wanted me to do it, but I had to persuade the director and the associate director. So I had to send a self-tape, because I think I was on a cruise ship at the time.
Right,
so
okay.
I had to send a little video of you singing the songs. But then they were like, yes, okay. She's
right, okay, great.
So a bit of both.
So after In the Heights, is that when Six started?
Yeah, well, after In the Heights, I didn't do a lot for a while. And actually, I was really down, because after In the Heights, I was on such a high.
Yeah.
I was doing such an incredible show, and the show closed in London. It was such a big success. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, surely I can go on to do something else, amazing now. And I did nothing. I couldn't get an audition. I couldn't get an agent. I had no agent.
Right.
And then out of the blue again, because I'd done a not fringe, but like a concert for Global Musicals, Andy Barnes and Wendy Barnes, years ago when I was like 16, they were producing Six. And out of the blue, I got a call about Six saying, you know, we think you'd be perfect for it.
Because I remember when Six came out, as in, so I was at work and my friend was like, my agent wants me to sing like a Beyonce song next week for like this show called Six. And I was like, right, okay. And so she was like, it's about like the 6 wives of Henry VIII, but pop songs. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then like a couple of months later, me and Gribby and Chrissy were at the flat, and we were like, oh my God, it's Amy's last show of your first round of Six.
Yeah.
You know, when it was like, was it a 10 o'clock show on a Sunday or something?
It was, yeah.
So we were like, let's go. So we went and saw it, and like this was like a way different production to what everyone is used to now, right? Mm-hmm. No costumes, like literally it was so different, right?
Yeah.
So then saw that. Did you know then it was going to be good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird. I didn't until the first performance of that, because in rehearsals, in the workshop rehearsals for that, you know, round of shows, we were all a bit, oh God, is this going to be good? We don't know. It's kind of a weird concept. And, you know, it was all a bit up in the air, and it was very hard. Like the workshop was hard because, well, lots of different reasons, but it was quite a tough, to put that show on in 2 weeks was just ridiculous. But we did it. But it was the first performance we did at the Arts where we finished, and the audience had gone mental from the first, like...
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Mental. And we walked up the stairs of the Arts, and we all got into the dressing rooms, and it was Genesis who went, oh, it's all right, isn't it? Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, and we were all like, yeah, it was great. And that's when we knew, we were like, God, this is going to be big.
Something, yeah,
it's going to be something big. And that's why I stayed with it.
Of course. So then you went to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah.
And that's when I kind of feel like that took a step up from when I first saw it.
Yeah. Well, we had a whole new creative team. Really.
Yeah, like costume, like everything else was like just different. So we came back to the Arts.
Yeah.
And it went just off the hook.
Yeah. It just exploded.
Right? Yeah. So I remember where I was when I found out you were nominated for an Olivier. Do you remember where you were?
I was in a yoga class.
And how did you find out? Just text messages?
Well, my phone broke. I came out of the yoga class and I went on my phone, and I had so many missed calls, so many messages that my phone stopped. And so I had a group chat with the queens in it. Yeah. And they were all going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my... And I was scrolling through, like going, what's happened? You know, when you're trying to go back in a WhatsApp chat, like 100 messages. And then my phone completely broke. I was like, no!
What's happened? Have we shut?
Yeah, exactly. We closed. Finally, when it came on, that's when I found out.
And because, I mean, I was in the bath.
Oh, right, were you?
So, like, what is, like, that moment that you go, I've been nominated for an Olivier? What happens? Is it, like, numbness? Is it, like...
Yeah, it's for me, it's always numbness. Whenever I get something like that, that's a kind of unbelievable under the circumstances. For me, I go into kind of a weird, like...
Yeah.
And I can't really process it. It takes me a long, long time. It's taken me until now to process that I'm, you know, in Pretty Woman. It takes me a long time to understand, oh my God, I'm doing this. I've been nominated. What the hell?
Yeah. So, on the Olivier day, did you have 2 shows or just 1 show?
We had 1 show, yeah.
You had 1 show. So, because I mean, so not a lot of, well, me and Gribby went to the Oliviers, but me and Gribby didn't have to go and do a show. So we got ready at the flat. And then we're like, all right, Amy, see you there. Bye. Enjoy your show.
Yeah.
So you rehearsed it, got ready, did the red carpet, left to do a show?
It was the craziest weekend. The night before, on the Saturday, we went, after we'd done 2 shows on the Saturday, we went straight to the Albert Hall and rehearsed until like midnight, 1 in the morning. The next day we got up, had another rehearsal at the Albert Hall, went back to do a show, then got ready, then went to the Albert Hall to do the performance, and then then, you know, party time.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy day.
And you got to take your mum.
I got to take my mum. Yeah.
And so in the show of Six, because I mean, you know, I watch it and I go, oh my God, that looks so much fun. But actually, you guys don't lead the stage.
No.
And I might be wrong, but the first time I ever saw it, it was like, girl does a solo, girl does a solo, girl does a solo, end of show. But this, then like the reincarnated version was like, even when the person is at the front singing, everyone's doing the harmonies and everything in the back. So I think, you know, stamina-wise, that was a hard show to get through, right?
Yeah, it really was.
Because it was like, what, 75, 80 minutes, 75?
Yeah, it's not long. And people
but
always,
if you're on for the whole thing, that is long.
It's like doing a HIIT workout and singing for, you know, for 75 minutes straight, which is difficult. You do kind of, your body does get used to it though, and your voice does get used to it. Yeah. But some weeks we do 9, sometimes even 10 shows.
Wow, yeah.
So that it was pretty intense.
And apart from your own song, obviously, what was your favourite bit in it? My
favourite bit was dancing to No Way.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love that number. I just thought it was great. It's probably the most, had the most, you know, choreography in it.
Yeah.
I love, you know, I love dancing around. So for me, that was my fave.
So then after Six, let's go into what you're now doing. So Pretty Woman, right?
Yeah.
Tell me all about that audition process.
I was so annoyed. So when obviously Pretty Woman was on Broadway with Sam Barks, and I remember thinking, oh gosh, you know, I really hope that comes to the UK, because I think, you know, I could have a good shot at least getting seen for it. I know I was kind of right for it. And obviously it was Jerry Mitchell, and Jerry has seen Six a lot. He was a big fan of Kay Howard. Yeah, so I thought, oh my gosh, like this is great. Like at least I'll get an audition. I'll definitely be seen. And I couldn't get an audition. For love or money, I was like practically begging them. I was like, please just see me. And I got a no. We're not. I can't remember what it was. We're not. They were looking for a star. I think they were looking for a name. I think originally. I think that was why. And also I was in Six. I was still in Six at that time. So.
Were you? Oh, okay. I thought you had left.
No, I hadn't left by then. So I think all the other girls were auditioning, and I was so annoyed. I was like, why am I not auditioning?
Yeah.
Anyway, then I left Six.
Yeah.
And I got a call out of the blue just saying, it was the day after I finished Six that I had my first audition. So it was a bit annoying because I couldn't go out and have a drink and celebrate with everybody about finishing Six.
Right.
To go home and rest the voice, you know. And then it's probably one of the easiest audition process I've ever done in my life. Okay. Like usually back in the day, I'd be doing like 10 rounds for like, I don't know, Wicked or Les Mis or whatever it was at the time. And they make you jump through a million hoops. But for this, I had one audition with Emily and Richard from ATG and Jim Arnold, where I just sang through the material. And then I had my audition with Jerry. And that was it.
And was Jerry there?
Jerry was at my last audition, yeah.
So 2 rounds?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Which is unheard of, as you know.
That is really unheard of. Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to dance. I didn't have to like do anything. I kind of walked out seeing Jerry, and I was nervous, you know, because I really respect Jerry, and I knew he was a big fan of Six. I thought, God, I don't want to go in and then be like, oh God, she's actually not very good.
Yeah. And so, how much preparation did you do before kind of going in? Were you like, I know it?
Yeah, I like to do a lot of work, to be fair. I like to put all the work in and then kind of forget about it, because you don't want to know it too well that you can't, you know, be free. Yeah. If he does redirect or anything, you can't do it. Yeah. But for me, I like to know things quite well.
Yeah,
I'm just 100%. A bit of a control freak like that.
So, so kind of the same question as Six, really. So where were you when you found out you got Pretty Woman?
I was about to step onto a cruise ship to New York.
Oh, imagine if you just missed it. Oh.
I know. And I was supposed to be going on cruise ships for about 6 weeks working. And I was with Genesis, and I got the call, and she was like, don't go. And I was like, I have to go. I'm seeing people in New York. And it was amazing that I did go, because while I was in New York, I got to meet all the producers, the New York
great.
producers. So that was amazing. So it was worth it. But yeah, it was really surreal. Really.
And how long did you have to keep that secret until the announcement?
Such a long time. And it was, I mean, everyone knew.
Who was the first person you told, or like the first couple of people?
The first person I told was Helen, my best friend Helen, as you know, and John D. Yeah. And Gribby, actually. Gribby was like, I don't know, the third person I told.
When did you tell your mum?
Yeah, I told my mum as well, somewhere along the line. Yeah. But yeah, it was the worst kept secret in the West End, I guess.
I'm not saying anything. So how was the rehearsal process for it?
Yeah, it was fun.
You were like, every time I saw you, I was like, how's it going? And I was expecting you to be like really tired. And you're like, yeah, no, it's all good. And I was there like, oh, right, what did you do today? You're like, oh, I just did this. And then like, I saw the show press tonight and was like, she's never off. So you were so chilled about it. I was like, oh, I bet she's barely on. I bet they've done this like whole new like reimagination thing where like you're a doll and like they've done something and you just come alive and just do it. But like you are on 95% of the show.
Yeah.
And
it's
even
crazy.
when you're on, like there are some notes in that show, let me tell you, which are not easy to hit. Right? So rehearsals, were you just like, yeah?
I think because I just really didn't expect to get the part. Everything's been so surreal since I got that phone call. Yeah. That I've kind of been in this weird, like, really calm. Yeah. I'm so calm and I'm so chilled out. And people at work are like, God, like you're so okay with everything, you know. And I think it's kind of really served me, because if I let it all get to my head, I'd probably combust at some point. But yeah, I'm just like, I know, the thing is, I know I can do it. Yeah. And I have been doing it. And so I just thought there's no point in worrying and getting stressed out about it. It's going to happen. I'm going to step on that stage in front of thousands of people and I'm going to sing those notes, and that's going to happen. And that's kind of what I've done.
So first preview, was it like all a massive blur?
Yeah, I was nervous, to be fair, actually, on the first preview. I was a little bit nervous because you just don't know. Yeah. It changed a lot since Broadway. Not that
has it?
Yeah, not that I knew much about the Broadway production, but from what I was told, it changed a lot. And I think it's just always that moment of knowing, are people going to like it? Like, is it going to do well over here? Like, it's all those things that you worry about.
Now, am I right in thinking that, and I might be wrong, so don't start getting excited, everyone, that your dance with all the boys has kind of been re-choreographed for you?
Yeah, quite a lot of it has, actually. I was really chuffed.
You were like this, right leg, not the left leg, whatever. Like more back bends, more turns. That's cool. I like that, though. That's cool. What's your favourite bit in the show?
What is my favourite bit? There's so many amazing moments. I love the scenes, to be honest. I mean, I love the music, don't get me wrong. I love singing the songs. They're incredible. But for me, it's the script is so good that, and from doing 6, which isn't, there's not a lot of script in it, which is nothing wrong with that. It's a different kind of kettle.
Yeah, of course.
So it was so nice to go back to having scenes and, you know, because it's different. Every single night is completely different. And that's what I kind of really enjoy.
Favourite song?
Can't Go Back.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Even though it's hard. And I'm like,
it is
at
hard.
the end of the show, I'm like,
really
you're joking me.
Yeah. And then you get a shut off at the end, right?
Yeah.
Like, see you later.
Yeah, bah.
Have you, so obviously at the moment we're on a hiatus from performing. So, you know, obviously the first show back will be electric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you, so like waking up every day, you've got a show that night. Are you someone that's just like, yeah, I'll see you all at 6:30 for warm up? Or are you like, I won't talk in the morning, or I'll have a cup of tea, or no dairy? Or what is it that what is your thing that you do to be able to get through the show that night?
I don't have too many things. I'm not too precious, really, but I try to eat really well, just for energy wise. And I always try and do a class a day. So whether that's like, I don't know, a yoga class or whatever the class is, because I like to, for my voice, I like to warm up my body. I don't want to do a massive warm up or anything like that, because I think that tires you out to then do a 12-hour show. So I like to just warm my body up during the day. And that's kind of it, lots of water and like drown myself.
Right, okay, so water is the one.
Water is just everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the best thing you can do for your voice.
And then like, what kind of mentally in that headspace, are you literally like the 5-minute call? Are you literally just like, let's just do it? Or when you're just about to start and you go on in that blonde wig, in that little kind of skirt, in the wings, what are you thinking?
I was, yeah, I am genuinely.
Yeah.
What is it? Kit.
What is
Kit.
it?
I have to run the first scene in my head.
Okay.
That's what I have to do. And I do get a little bit nervous. Obviously, we've only done 2 weeks of actual shows since opening nights. We haven't done lots, so we're still in that space of like, you know, and there's been a few changes since we opened and things like that. Yeah, so I'm kind of still in that headspace of like, oh, what is that line change and what's, you know, whatever. So I've not been able to completely relax yet, but yeah.
And then, you know, we've still got time for people to come and see you in Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Right? So, have you got other things that you're like, I'd like to do that next? Because I think it's always, because I think when you've achieved something, you then have something else you want to.
Yeah, you do, don't you? It's been weird, isn't it, with this hiatus and stuff, because I felt like I was on a bit of a roll and the show was great, and then I mean, all actors do it, don't they? They're always thinking about the future and what's the next thing. You can never relax, even though it's like a year's contract. I was still thinking, oh, maybe I could do that afterwards or that. So there was a few bits and bobs, but I don't know if that will be happening now, just with everything that's happened. But for now, that's all on hold. I really want to get back to the show.
Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
And also, like, you know, whilst you're in like isolation, you can maybe think about maybe doing another album. Maybe Gribby can write you a song about isolation.
Maybe.
And then you can make a song about it. And then it can go like on your album.
Oh my God. Your favourite album?
It'd be like I'm going to do like a dance class to it. It's called Isolation.
Absolutely.
So when we get back, when, you know, it will happen at some point, you know, this isn't forever. You know, I'm going to try and be there. I'll come and see you get in that bath again. And things like that. So guys, I'm going to start taking some questions. So if you've got any questions, either audition related or show related, now is the time to ask and type away. I just kind of wanted to do this because, you know, like I said, like, I have so many people that are like, oh, I'd like to be a lead. And I'm like, oh, you've just got no idea how hard it is. But like, it's a good thing that it's hard, you know?
Yeah, it can be hard. I think a lot of it is just the pressure. You can't let it get to you. That's what. It's a lot of responsibility, isn't there?
Good question. How do you get over audition nerves?
It's a tough one. Sometimes you kind of can't. You have to kind of use them for good instead of letting them kind of take over. So everyone gets nervous. If you don't care enough. So I just try and put them into something productive rather than like, letting it kind of, you know, kill you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Don't let it destroy you. Kind of make it.
Yeah, I know that's difficult and it's kind of easier said than done. And sometimes I'm not being very good at it, but for the most part, just use them.
And what is your favourite outfit in Pretty Woman?
Definitely the opening one with the blonde wig, even though I look awful as a blonde. Like, I am not one of those people that look good in wigs. Like, I only look good with long dark hair. Like, that's all I can rock. Well, maybe pink. But yeah, that's my favourite outfit, even though I'm not really very attractive in the blonde wig.
Can I ask a question? You know, in the race scene, they changed it to blue in the show?
Yeah.
Not brown?
Yeah.
All right. Do we know the reason, or just because they ran out of material, probably?
They don't like brown.
And actually, I was going to say brown maybe on stage would have looked so nice.
Yeah, that's basically why. I mean, I think it's iconic. But I mean, the blue does look nice.
The blue does look, oh no, it does. And actually, if you were wearing brown, I'd probably be like, oh, why did they make it brown? So they probably tried it on Broadway. Do you know?
They must have done. They must have tried it. It mustn't have looked that nice.
Yeah, 100%. Any on stage mishaps? Pretty Woman, surely you haven't had enough time for any of them to happen yet, no? No,
we haven't had. I mean, no, nothing's really happened in Pretty Woman yet. I don't think that funny. I've got loads of stories. Oh my God.
I bet.
Like, yeah, forgetting lines, falling over. I said my favourite one in 6 is when the curtain at the beginning fell down before the show had even started.
And we were all behind it.
We were all behind there, just sitting there, like waiting for like the millionth show of the week.
And were the lights on you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my! It was hilarious. I just burst out laughing.
I love those moments where you're literally like, I can't do anything.
Oh yeah, it's just brilliant. It's one of my favourite things.
And then what just happened? You all just walked off, or you all just went divorce?
Oh, yeah, we just started the show. Hilarious.
I love that. Like, all right, the band were literally like just chilling out.
Yeah, just like sat down, like, you know, having a drink.
That is absolutely brilliant. What advice do you have for anyone who wants to pursue a profession, performing in this profession?
Well, I know that I was a bit like I didn't really train. However, I think it's so important to. For many reasons, but also it gives you the opportunities at the end when you've done, you know, you finish and you get your showcase and you get to meet loads of agents and meet loads of industry people. If you haven't done that, it's quite difficult to get into it. But also the biggest thing is to just not give up, because there's been so many times in my career where I've wanted to give up and thought it's never going to happen. What's the point? Like, why am I trying to do this? You know, I need to let it go. I need to stop. And then something will just pop up like Pretty Woman out of nowhere. And so you just never know.
That was a good question. How do you cope with vocal fatigue?
There's not much you can do about it apart from rest. So doing 8 shows a week, you're gonna get tired. And people always say, oh, you know, you need to pace yourself, but I can't really do that, because I always think that every show I do, even if it is a matinee on a Thursday, I still want to do the same as what I do on a Saturday night. So you are going to get tired. That is going to happen. And sometimes you need to take a show off. And there's nothing.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, like I'm the first one to go. I'm just like, nah, goodbye. See you later. I'm off.
And that's what I absolutely hate, when, you know, this is a problem when it comes to social media, when people then go like, why were you not on stage today? And you're like, honey, do this 9 times a week and then come and say you're tired.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
It's hard. And you just have, the only thing you can do is rest. So don't do the show. You know?
I think we've kind of touched upon it, but just in case, does being a leading lady give you pressure? I presume that means.
Yeah. It does, but you can't let it get to you. There's a lot of other things that people don't see, obviously. Like, yes, you do your thing on stage, and if you come and see the show, that's what you see. But it's everything else that comes with that. Like, you're leading a whole company. Yeah. You know, you have the responsibility of all those people. For them to feel good, to feel united as a company, everything kind of rests on you. Yeah. And you've got all the press and publicity, which also comes with it. You're leading a whole show. And
how much did you have to do for Pretty Woman?
We did quite a lot. Like, as in, it's nice that we've had this hiatus, because we were kind of
managed to rest.
Yeah, I've actually had a rest. There was a lot of press, but it will calm down. But yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I mean, was it Hello Magazine?
Yeah.
That was a cute little one, wasn't it?
Cute. Yeah, that was cute.
Any advice for young performers?
Like I said, you know, just every single day, do something towards your dream or your goal. If that's a class or a singing lesson or writing off to someone, watching something on telly, just every single day. You can't really have a break. If you really want to do it, you've got to just put the work in. Yeah,
100%. And I think this is a very good question. Are you doing any more online performances?
Oh, I might do.
Yeah, do it. It was really good.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, it was so weird to just be like the silence.
It's so weird that no one's there though, right?
No, it was a bit bizarre.
I'm doing a couple of online classes at the moment, and literally it's just silence for an hour and me just dancing at myself, and I'm like going,
it's so surreal.
Yeah.
So surreal. But yes, definitely some more, and yeah, maybe some dance classes at some point as well.
Yes. Is there like a Pretty Woman dance you could do?
Yes, I was thinking that. Yes, I would love to teach one of those. That would be cool.
So in Pretty Woman, I mean, when I found out that Rachel Wooding was doing it, I was like,
oh, she's the best.
She's a legend, right?
Yeah, she's a legend. I was so happy when I found out it was her.
Have you worked with her before?
No, but I've met her quite a few times at auditions and bits and bobs, and I was chuffed when I found out it was her, because
and did you know Danny before?
Yes,
did you?
Yeah, we went to Arts Ed together. Yeah, so he was in my year at Arts Ed. But I don't remember this, but he was like, oh yeah, he spoke to me once, apparently. I don't remember. But I was only there for a little bit, obviously. But yes, it was nice. Rachel, Danny, like everyone's just great. So lovely. It's such a nice cast.
And is his name Bob?
Yeah, Bob Harms.
Brilliant.
He's fantastic, isn't he?
And how was I mean, I loved it, but how was press night for you?
Well, it's funny. I don't read reviews, because for me, as long as I know in myself that I'm doing my best, I don't really like to know too much. Obviously I get tagged, so after press night I got tagged in a lot of stuff which you can't be helped on Twitter.
But what I mean is like press night for you is like, you know, we had a lovely time bowling and drinking, but you were still working.
Yeah, do you know what? It wasn't too bad, to be fair. I know I left you guys for a little bit, but no, it wasn't as intense as I thought it was going to be. I still got to like do a bit of bowling and get in the bathtub, you know.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
That was good. Yeah.
So like, but as in like, did you feel like there was pressure that night because it was press night, or were you like, oh, let's just do it?
Yeah, there is a bit of pressure, but again, I just thought we've done so many previews. Jerry loves to do a lot of previews. Like usually, when I've done a show before, I've done like 4 days, and then you open.
Yeah. How many previews did you have?
I think we had 10 days. Like it was a long process, and so much changed over that time. So by the time we got to press night, you just feel so comfortable. Yes, you still get a bit, you know, nervous and excited and stuff, but I feel so confident in the show that I was all right, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you were fierce, so I'll give you that. And you looked great afterwards at the after party.
Oh, thank you.
With all the hair, the makeup, the dress.
Yeah, thanks.
Guys, we're going to do a couple more questions, and then we're going to... why is Bob the only one with the British accent? I don't know if I'm the director, but do you know why Bob in the show is the only one with a British accent?
He doesn't have a British. No, he's not. I think it's just he's got a very, very deep voice. Yeah, he is doing an American. It just sounds very, you know, resonant.
So actually, are you quite good at accents?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
Because in The Heights, you had to do an accent.
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
And then obviously, Pretty Woman, you've got to do one.
Yes.
Because I mean, don't ask Ribby to do accents.
Is he not good?
Ask him to do some later.
All right, okay.
Get him to do it.
Okay, I will. Brilliant.
And what else are people saying? This is so funny. Who did you originally audition for in 6? Or was it just a general?
I auditioned for Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard.
Okay.
But I really wanted to be Catherine of Aragon because I thought, oh, she's Spanish, you know, I look Spanish. Yeah, Catherine Howard it was. And
I mean, obviously you've got here in town at the moment, but I mean, would you go to New York?
Oh my gosh, I'd love to. I wanted to after Pretty Woman. I was going to go because when I was over there last year, got my agent. And,
did you? Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to get my visa this year, but I think that'll be on hold for a few years now, just, you know, after all of this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, babe, don't worry, you ain't going anywhere.
No, it's not happening.
How good are you at picking up choreography?
You know what? I'm not very good.
Ah!
I'm not very good at all. So in an audition, I'm not the best. Whereas when I know it, I'm quite good.
No, yeah.
But it depends what kind of choreography it is. Like I always say, me and Natalie always say, if we had auditioned for 6 this time round, we don't think we would have got it because you had to do it. It's true. You had to do a dance call before you did a singing call, and I wouldn't have got through the dance because it's not really my style. So I wouldn't have picked it up very well. So I probably wouldn't have been in the show. So it's good job I did it before.
Fair point. Now, I know this next answer, but what is your favourite West End or Broadway musical? But I know this answer.
Do you? Go on, what is it?
Well, I would say, it might not be now, but it's either Joseph or Les Mis.
Yeah, well, yes. Joseph, I just was the first thing I saw, and I wanted to be Joseph. Les Mis again, but my favorite show of all time is West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Hey.
And you, oh, here he is. But you know, you liked Hey Mr. Producer DVD, which I think everyone needs to watch. You do know Chrissy's in that?
No, she's not. What's she in that?
She's in the Oliver section.
Dead. That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So next time you watch it, go
and watch Hey Mr. Producer, guys. That's like a classic.
Oh, it literally, that DVD is literally like everyone that, if you just need to watch a bit of musical theatre, just watch that.
Yeah, perfect.
Do you know what I mean? So what are you doing? So whilst you're in isolation, classes, online classes, exercise, walk the dogs?
Yeah, me and Gribby are doing our workout routine every day.
Are you being quite strict? Are you like, we're going to set an alarm?
No.
Yes, she is.
He's like, I should have gone and stayed with Phil.
I know. He's probably hating me. I'm like, knock his door. Gribby! Here we go. We've got to step it up though, because we're plateauing now. We're getting really good at it. So I feel like we need to do something else.
I mean, maybe an exercise DVD you could make.
Aimie and Gribby.
Aimie and Gribby.
It's a little with a little thing over the.
With a little thing on the top of it.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Amy's going to go global, people.
Yeah, you never know.
There's an album, there's a dance class, there's a fitness class. You never know.
Yeah.
Time will tell. And finally, once we're out of isolation, what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh no, he's gone.
I'm
looking forward to just seeing. I did. I'm looking forward to seeing friends and just being able to actually touch people. That would be nice. And obviously going back to the show, that first night, like you said, it's going to be electrifying, and I can't wait to see them all again because they're just the best.
Yeah. I mean, literally can't hurry up. Do you know what
I mean? No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only a certain amount of exercise classes you can do with Gribby before you just go about enough.
I mean, we've started a puzzle. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no, we know that is desperate when it comes to Gribby doing a puzzle.
Yeah, we're doing a puzzle and everything.
I'm gonna, you better message me and I want to see a picture of that.
Yeah, I will. It's going to take us about 3 weeks, but I will message you. Don't worry.
You should get one with Magic and Wolfie.
Oh,
you can get like a puzzle.
You can't get a puzzle for anything these days. The puzzle business is absolutely
booming.
Boomed.
Who knew 2020 was the year you should have invested in Zoom and puzzles.
And toilet
or gin, if it's me and Gribby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darling, thank you so much for
doing thank you for having me.
No, thank you. And I'll speak to you very soon anyway. But cheers everyone for joining.
Thanks for joining
Stay safe, yeah, babe.
Bye.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.